Today we will be using the binomial theorem to do expanding of binomials. So when we talk about a binomial coefficient, what we're saying here is for positive integers n and r, with n is larger than r, the expression n over r reads above as n above r is called the binomial coefficient and is defined as n above r equals n factorial over r factorial times n minus r factorial. Recall what the exclamation point is a factorial. For example, 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. And NCR is often used in place of n over r. So if we look at our first type of problem here, and we want to find the binomial coefficient for each of these, we know for 5 choose 3, okay, that's 5 factorial over r factorial, 3 factorial times 5 minus 3 factorial, okay? This does end up giving you 10. Now, if you are using a calculator, if you push the math button and you go over to probability, and you select, I believe it's option 3, NCR. So you would type in the 5 first, then type math PRB number 3 for NCR, and then type 3, push enter, and it will give you the 10. Let's look at the next one. 4 factorial over 0 factorial times 4 minus 0 factorial. Okay, we know 0 factorial is 1, and so this answer is just 1. If we do 9 factorial over 3 factorial times 9 minus 3 factorial, okay, so that's like 9 factorial over 3 factorial, 6 factorial. And we can type that all into a calculator. It is 84, but remember you can push 9, then find that NCR button, and then push 3. And then 4 choose 4, or 4 above 4. 4 factorial over 4 factorial times 4 minus 4 factorial. Remember 0 factorial is 1, so this answer is 1. Take a minute and try these example U-tries. Hopefully for letter A you found 15, for letter B 1, for letter C 252, and for letter D 1. Okay, so let's try some examples. We know that each term, there was one more terms than the exponent. So what the first thing we're going to do in this example is we're going to draw 5 blanks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know that we're going to place each of the coefficients of the binomial into each blank. Okay, so we're going to write an x in each blank. And we're also going to write the back term of the binomial, -3. Write and -3 in parentheses in each blank. Okay, and then if you look at our previous box, notice our exponents over the first term in the binomial increase or decrease. So that means we're going to place our exponents from left to right, starting with 4 over x. Okay, so we're going to place exponents over x, starting on the left. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then we'll do the same thing for the coefficient, but we'll go the opposite way. So we're going to place exponents from right to left. Over the x minus 3, or the -3, excuse me. Okay. And then we are going to place the binomial coefficients. Okay, so the first one would be 4 choose 0, then 4 choose 1, 4 choose 2, 4 choose 3, and 4 choose 4. Okay, so if it were me, when to simplify this, I would do 4 choose 4, which we know is 1, times x to the 4th times -3 to the 0 is just going to give us an x to the 4th. Okay, 4 choose 1 is 4 times -3 to the 1st is -12. 4 choose 2 is 6 times -3 squared would be 54 x squared. 4 choose 3 would be 4 times -3 cubed, 27, would be -108 x to the 1st power. And 4 choose 4 is 1 times x to the 0 times -3 to the 4th would be just positive 81. And there is your final answer. Take a minute and try this example you try. Hopefully you found your final answer to be a to the 5th plus 10a to the 4th plus 48 to the 3rd plus 80a squared plus 80a plus 32. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing. Remember, we're going to look at the power of the binomial, and that is going to tell us we're going to draw one more blanks than that power. So we're going to actually draw 7 blanks this time. And into each blank, we are going to start with 6 choose 0 and then count our way up. So 6 choose 0, 6 choose 1, 6 choose 2, 6 choose 3, 6 choose 4, 6 choose 5, and 6 choose 6. And we will insert a 2x into each blank in parentheses. Then we'll insert a 3 into each parenthesis. And we'll insert our power starting at 2x at the top and count our ways backwards as we move down. So 6, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then we'll count our way back up from the bottom, starting at the bottom 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then we just start simplifying. So 6, choose 0. So 6 choose 0 is 1 times 2 to the 6th power would be 64x to the 6th. 6 choose 1 times 2 to the 5th power times 3 to the 1st is 576 x to the 5th. If we look at 6 choose 2 times 2 to the 4th times 3 squared, should be 2,160 x to the 4th. If we look at the next one, 6 choose 3 times 2 cubed times 3 cubed, 4,320 x cubed. 6 choose 4 times 2 squared times 3 to the 4th, 1,1215 x squared. 6 choose 5 times 2 to the 1st times 3 to the 5th, 1,458x. And then 6 choose 6 times 2x to the 0 power times 3 to the 6th is 729. And there is your final answer. Now try the example you try. And hopefully you found your final answer to be x to the 5th plus 15x to the 4th y plus 90x cubed y squared plus 270x squared y cubed plus 405xy to the 4th plus 243y to the 5th. Now let's try some practice. You can do it.